Hi, welcome inside the studio. I'm glad you're here. First and foremost, I just wanted to say a big thank you for your comments on last week's video, asking the question whether you hold on to things for too long or whether you, as my husband would say, fish and cut bait, I think it is, pretty quickly. Whether you just move on really quickly. Things are black and white. You know it's not working. You move on, you get out. And some of you had some interesting, strategies for recognizing if something isn't working and for giving it the time that it takes to realize that. Some of you move on to a new project or a project that you're working on in tandem, and that helps you then have clarity on the project that's not working. And there were a few of you who related to it in a way that was more about relationships, which is interesting because when I was doing that, I wondered if that was going to bring up the idea of relationships and whether you hang on to relationships for too long or whether you try to make them work. And a few of you did bring that forward, and it was interesting. I think we all have been there where there's some relationships that we know we should have let go of a while ago that aren't serving us well, that may be toxic, that you really hope that are going to be these wonderful, mutually beneficial relationships that just aren't, and they never will be. And sometimes we hang on to those too long. So that was interesting too. I really want you to know how important it is for me to hear your thoughts. I've said this before, that it's such a tough thing when your world is shrinking, as mine is at the moment because of my husband's illness. And it's hard to feel like you're in a void and like you aren't talking to anyone. So your comments really help me feel like you're part of my life. And I know you're part of my life, but this really helps me feel that way. So thank you for your comments. Please don't feel like you have to provide any comments. I just am grateful for them if you choose to do that. So thanks. And on the topic of old and new, yesterday I was going through the photographs on my husband's phone. He has over 3,000 pictures that need to be culled, and it was an interesting exercise. It made me reflect on what's happening with his brain and how in 2017 he was recording things and so full of life and full of wit and articulate, and it was interesting to see the change, or to know the changes that have occurred with him. And I guess all I have to say about that is live for today. Don't let time go by and have regrets that you didn't do something, or that you didn't see someone, or that you didn't reach out. Live for today and don't wait. If there's something that you want to do, don't wait. On a lighter note, out with the old and in with the new. I got a new vacuum, and I don't know why I was holding on to the old vacuum for so long. It just really wasn't serving us very well. The kids were complaining about it. I hated it. We've had it for several years, and it hasn't really been working 100% for several years. I have a new vacuum. I'm really happy about that. It's amazing what the little things will do to lighten your life. And then the other thing is that I am just really excited to be starting on the new Gingko leaf panels. I'm not sure. Some of them might have the golden leaf in them. Some of them will have, or might have, the green in them. And others I will put some paint on them to make them like a neutral color. They're very delicate, these leaves, so I have to be really, really careful. I busted several of them, but I'm really excited to start using these. And you can see that they're all a different shape. They're all unique, and they're all wonderful. So I'm really looking forward to starting to work on these panels. And I'm glad you're going to be along for the ride. That's all I have for today. We'll see you next week.